everybody, this is Kyle from Track by Track, and today we're checking out the new song by former Pink Floyd guitarist David Gilmour. Yes, I Have Ghosts is an interesting proposition from Gilmour, as it is in some ways a soundtrack song. The track was co-written by his wife, Polly Samson, specifically to accompany the audiobook version of her latest novel, A Theater for Dreamers. In addition to Yes, I Have Ghosts, Gilmour also contributed new instrumental interludes used as transitional pieces in the audiobook. So, as most Pink Floyd and David Gilmour fans are probably aware, Polly Samson has become the primary lyricist for most of her husband's output over the last 2 decades. There's no doubt that Gilmour's own lyrical ability is very different from his former Pink Floyd partner Roger Waters. To that end, I'm not surprised he would tap someone else's skills as a wordsmith so he can focus on what he does best, which is the music. I fully understand the criticism he's faced using Samson so extensively on the later Pink Floyd albums. She's practically a member of the band on The Division Bell and The Endless River, and I can see how that would rub a lot of people the wrong way. But to be fair, I'm not sure the music would have been any better if Gilmour had handled the lyrical duties on his own. As a solo artist, though, I don't think fans have much basis to hold a grudge against Gilmour for using Samson as a lyricist. It's his personal brand at this point, and what of it? That's not to say you have to like it. If your personal taste leans more toward Roger Waters' acrid political commentary, I can see where Polly Samson's more introspective lyrics might not be your cup of English tea. To that end, you probably wouldn't be a fan of the post-Waters Pink Floyd albums anyway, and perhaps not of Gilmour's solo efforts either. In any case, Yes, I Have Ghosts lands squarely where you would expect a David Gilmour song to be if you've been listening to his past 2 solo albums. While Waters continues to rage against the political machine with his music, Gilmour has decided to let his music age gracefully along with him, for better or worse. This new song is strongly reminiscent of Leonard Cohen, one of Dave's acknowledged songwriting heroes. Cohen, of course, made a career of creating music that exuded the wisdom and wit of a man twice his age. Gilmour simply had to get there in real time instead. If anything, it's Gilmour's contributions I like best about the track, which sounds odd to say. Specifically here, I'm talking about the music. Yes, I Have Ghosts is really quite beautiful instrumentally. It's rare to hear a waltz these days, but it is less surprising from such a seasoned artist. The guitar work here is delicate, bordering on exotic, no doubt inspired by the Greek setting of Samson's novel. Speaking of family, Dave's daughter, Romany Gilmour, is featured on the song as well. Her rudimentary harp playing is a bit buried in the mix, but her backing vocals are very prominent. To be honest, I could give or take those. Dave's voice on its own still sounds as smooth and effortless as ever. In fact, I actually prefer it over his vocal on the Pink Floyd song I'm most reminded of here, and that's Fat Old Son, a song that's 50 years old at this point. Unfortunately, I'm a bit less enthused by the actual lyrics to the song. I'll admit that I'm not familiar with Polly Samson's work as a writer, but one of my biggest pet peeves is when writers abandon originality in favor of cliches. Yes, I Have Ghosts is irritatingly filled with overused turns of phrase, like a face in the crowd, spinning around in my head, blown on the breeze, and the 2 most egregious examples, white as a sheet and joined at the hip. A writer's job is to find new ways to express ideas. Leaning on lazy phrases like these not only makes me cringe, it makes me less interested in reading her own work. I will say, though, that I like the overarching lyrical sentiment of the song. The ghosts of the title are less about those we've lost, but rather those that are still with us today. Perhaps the best line in the song is, "It's always the living that are haunting my nights." That actually did resonate with me, and I think it will for most listeners. It's just a shame that this sort of universal insight has to be surrounded by so many other tired lyrical tropes. And while it would be easy to suggest that Polly Samson is riding on her husband's coattails, to use another cliche, I would also assert that this song, as well as the instrumental pieces, which have not been released separately, were ostensibly created to complement A Theater for Dreamers. They're not part of a new David Gilmour album, yet is there any doubt Dave's song and musical contributions will completely overshadow that source material? In the end, Yes, I Have Ghosts is a pleasant enough track, and That's about all. It's a family affair with gorgeous instrumentation and relatable ideas that are unfortunately hampered by unoriginal lyrics. I'll probably revisit it on occasion, but what I'm not inspired to visit is a theater for dreamers. And if that was the whole point, well, sorry, Polly. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Plus, check out some of these other videos that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to click subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.